Welcome back. So, I normally check what I need to do. Also, I'm now noticing there are a lot of weird things on the floor. But I kind of remember because I know we haven't checked out the church completely yet. So, let's do that. A portable Harman Woshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Yeah, what about us? What's this?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Do you mean this window, which is kind of broken, it looks like?
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Says the lieutenant, stepping closer. He seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
All right, don't scare me.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in doomed commercial area. Wait, what? Wait, let me investigate. Step behind computer. You're right. Let's get out of here. What doomed commercial area? What are we talking about?
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible Interim printer.
All right, if you say so, I guess.
The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
I want to investigate it, but I'm scared that something might happen. Because it's also glowing at the back. Let's just do it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open.
I can see that.
The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Diamond-shaped glasses. Look inside.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March.
Could be interesting.
Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Let's do that.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Wait, I think I know what machine they are referring to. Is it the one, did you say doomed commercial area? I think that where you go through the door in the library or whatever it is, and the lady doesn't want you to go in because she says it's haunted or something, and it's just all these machines. And we found a tape there, I think.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Elysium Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Yeah, this is the same lady, I'm sure of it.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Because what I remember is we needed a password, needed to give her a password, and we didn't know it. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log. Fortress accident, like the one in the doomed commercial area?
I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
I think so.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, that's the doomed commercial area.
The lieutenant gestures around him.
Anything else I can help you with?
Are you a machine or alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I have no clue.
Programming people are paranoid.
The lieutenant whispers into your ear. She repeats passwords. Yvonne, my partner here tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid. Okay, but what are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Elysium Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress accident.
74.
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Some static then.
Now, please tell me why you're calling, Fortress accident.
Let's say this.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
Lieutenant nods toward Tiago. A password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? Is it my birthday? This is the police. I don't know it.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
She says as her voice disappears into a whirl of
The
static.
machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Press print.
Nothing happens.
Alright, leave. So what else is here? Look at this. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. There's a big hole here.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her Innocence, Dolores Day.
If you say so.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Leave me alone, woman. Let's do that.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes first.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you, it covers you from the wind outside.
Alright, open them.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Also, isn't that lieutenant thinking, dude, what are you doing?
She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's morning.
As that terrible word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
So I guess I have to do the same.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Alright, I have a couple of things. Like I say, this is Dolores Day, I guess to the lieutenant. I can do this. 97. How did I know this is the mother of humanism? And this, reconstruct cracked glass. But they're both very high.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
I'm just looking at it myself to see if I can see. I think this is the older woman he's referring to, which looks like a priest or something very holy. And there are people surrounding her. I think also priests, because I see cloaks and maybe soldiers. What shattered this?
Unknown.
Oh, all right.
A motor carriage, a gunshot, someone falling into it, or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break.
Don't tell me I did this with my car, that I wrecked something else. Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her Innocence Day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
All right.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
I believe that. The motto? What is that?
Below
See
both
it.
women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Well, it's French, but I don't see the words he's referring to. Below both women in luminous black letter. I can see that, but I believe you. So after life and death, after death, A new life, something like that?
And then along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
After the world, gray. After gray, a new world, something like that.
After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
All right, so it didn't
This is the
translate
great
correctly.
leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
I'm sorry, I was talking through him because I didn't realize that he was still saying stuff. But I didn't translate correctly. I did get some words. So yeah, after life, death. After death, life again. After world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. And he says it's the great leitmotif of humanism. So I guess that's a religion in this game, I guess. So I'm gonna say this to him. I don't know why.
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
He nods.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
What is it now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Not very feminine. I like the other one better.
So do I.
Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Let's do this as well because it's very high.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
All right.
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers.
All right.
She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
What happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
Also, I wonder because when I started this game, before you started, you can make your personality type. And I made my guy kind of smart. I think I put a lot of points into intellect. If you don't do that and you choose muscle or something, would you still get all this explanation stuff, all these complicated words? Or is the game completely different? I wonder. Do you get like dumb guy stuff? Like, yeah, let's go, I don't know, work out or something? I think you would get a lot less encyclopedia, so I think the experience of the game would be different, wouldn't it?
Suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity.
It's just something I'm wondering. It doesn't really matter.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Who says I'm thinking at all? She's somehow connected to the case. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Nothing, she's beautiful, she's not human. But a war criminal. I don't know, is she connected?
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
Well, almost, so not completely. He takes his glasses off to clean them.
None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
Alright, but it is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of it?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
He lowers his voice.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
I can say what else do you know, or okie dokie.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Lesetsa, they call them, the 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Well, that's a waste, isn't it?
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
He looks at the machinery lying around. Well, I also wonder, because we also found all those machines in the other area. What, is that a separate case or something? Because it's kind of weird, right?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism?
Let's ask him.
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean in origin.
I didn't think you were spiritual. I don't like her. She looks like a Libra. Stroke your chin first. Let's do that because it's kind of funny.
The woman looks by in silence, smiling enigmatically.
I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand faith, only accordance.
All right, whatever you say. Turn away.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
No, I don't remember anything. I don't want to think about it. What?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Oh, what? Look around. Win who back? I can't win her back. She's long that historical figure. I should, yes. This is a task of mine now.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
I doubt it. Oh, wasn't I gonna gift it to someone?
The mother of humanism stands above you.
It's like
Why?
I can't, because she's a stained glass window.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Like what?
I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax pack.
Alright, turn away. I don't know what to do with that. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. Let's take that money. Can we get there? Alright. Take all. Take all. And I found shoes, by the way. I'm gonna look at those in a bit. A spider spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Well, that is a big web. Oh my god, it looks like there's body in there. What's this? Also, we need to ask Tiago something. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. It came from the stained glass window, still has letters on it too. Maybe we can put it back. I want the pants or scarf. What is it? It's a scarf. Mesky banker. Couldn't read more. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. Let's ask Tiago something. I don't know what. Something about the window?
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back.
Alright, the password.
Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Have you by any chance heard the Vieta say the password to a radio computer?
Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
I do.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes identifying regional trends in the interest of public safety, of course. Just tell me what's the password, step closer. Yes, it's for first degree murder investigation in Martinez. Honestly, I just want to break into a radio computer to see what's on it. Should I follow drama?
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
I think he would have given it to me whatever I would have chosen.
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
All right, thanks.
I think we're done here, Ese.
The figure crawls off into the darkness above. Well, that was quick.
That was an interesting conversation.
You can say that.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Why does it need to be relevant if it's just interesting? Can I never do anything fun with you? It always has to have a reason. So let's give her the password. See what happens.
The machine's keyboard, the
Play.
speaker comes.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
All right.
Fortress accident is
Thanks.
goodbye. Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still
Press
the printer
print.
prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Interesting, and also, isn't that private? Read it.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
His eyes wander to the various machines around him. Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
Local fishermen. Have I spoken to them? I can't remember.
See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
I know you don't have to scare me. Read the third one.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would you need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
That's true. He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Read the fourth.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
Alright, I'm thinking because these names do sound familiar. Simo, Lexi, Sulislav. I'm not sure though.
Artists, yet again. Harassing citizens, stealing badges, occupying public spaces with installations, like the one here.
That's what authority thinks.
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Wait, what? What is this? I just have to find out. Is this... Oh, this is still the log, right? But at least the artists have the act together. I thought this was authority thinking this, but I guess it's a log. Who are all those people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying.
So you're no help.
Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
He adjusts his glasses. Let's do that then.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
So that strike's been there for about a month at least, apparently.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
He strokes his chin.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Also, isn't there a lot of radio stuff going on in the game, like people changing their voices when they're making calls and stuff like that? Maybe it's all connected.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
It's very true. That's why we were speaking to Tiago, where it's just completely silent.
Is she talking about?
Lieutenant looks to his right toward the silence. Read the 7th one.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
Could be.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
All right, read the next one.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
That's so funny. So this is about the kids who sent me here who want me to get rid of the spookers so they can turn this into a nightclub. And also they want to use it to make drugs. No, they want to make drugs to earn money so they can start a nightclub. I think that was it. And they kind of messed with her investigation or whatever you want to call it, because they listen to music constantly.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Oh, right, that's that lady or girl, whatever her name is, who saw Tiago and she ran away, right?
That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the next one.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
Why not?
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
I also meddled with this one, so read the next one.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Uh-oh. Thank you for watching. Curious what happens next? Subscribe to my page so you don't miss anything.